Wednesday night baseball set to come your way from Yankee Stadium here in the Bronx. Tonight, the second of 3 to start the week between the Kansas City Royals and the New York Yankees. Should see some great battles out of these two next on the show. Masahiro Tanaka is on the mound for game 2. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, his batting average against is outstanding. It's under 200, so he's really dominated the offense thus far.
Nori Aoki will get his first shot here. Couple of hits in 4 trips last night.
When you're hitting under 200 on the season, you've got to come up with a good performance every once in a while, and yesterday was one of those.
Tanaka sets his sights, ready with the 1-1 pitch. Runs up and gets this one down. Johnson takes it in. Throw is up the line as it gets away. And he's going to make it up to second base safely as he's in there. My word.
And you wonder if this is a ball that he probably should have just held on to. Instead, he tries to force it to first, and I think they're going to score this as a single and an error.
Standing in now, Lorenzo Cain. 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2. And as the Yankees get started here tonight, EK, despite the loss last time out, they've been in a real good groove lately. Victorious in 7 of their last 9.
And they've got themselves a pretty good-sized lead in the division coming into play. Certainly not.
This ball gets down. Let's see if they try to score. Around third and being waved on home. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
And trying maybe to carry a little of that momentum over from last night. He gets a pitch he can handle right here, and he's going to give his guys an early lead here as that makes the score 1-0 here in the first.
Alex Gordon will stand in, and as you can see the numbers away from home, he's been much better once he gets out on the road. Nobody out, runner on first. Taken high and deep to right. Richardson ranging back. And he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out. A chance now for a look at the Royals starting lineup. Steve, how do they lock up a series victory here on the road?
I think you really have to focus on what the pitcher's going to give you. If he's going to pitch you away, you got to go the other way. That way you can string together a few hits to put up some crooked numbers in this game.
Eric Hosmer steps in with 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good inning here so far, so we'll see if they can scratch another run across right here.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
I think that's consistent with how the strike zone gets called nowadays. That's a strike in the rule book, but most umpires won't give you that pitch anymore.
Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. Pitch is high. The throw. Low throw, and he can't handle the short hop.
And we're going to take another look at this. That pitch is way inside, and it nearly hits the batter. That's almost an impossible pitch to throw on, and this throw is well laid at second base.
1 out and a runner on second base. And he takes a cold strike at the knees, and that'll run things full. He took second fairly easily. Any thought of third base here?
I don't think so. You've got a good hitter at the plate. A single is probably all he needs. I'd let him try to drive you in.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4.
Well, that's okay. You would have liked him to chase on 3-2, but you had your base open here, so now you can really focus on getting yourself a ground ball.
Billy Butler will stand in, and you see what he's done over the past 4 games, as hot as they come. Swing and a miss, and Butler's gone here. 2 away now. And with a quick breather here, let's give you a look at the Yankees defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, having Brian McCann behind the plate, something every pitching staff would appreciate. Great at pitch framing, blocking skills are as good as any. He saves runs by giving up his body, and he gets his pitchers a lot of strikes by being fluid back there with the glove.
Mike Moustakas will stand in. He comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game.
Well, guys, he's really been scuffling lately, hitting under 250 over his last 10 games. So he's going to be looking to turn this thing around sometime soon.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. It's a run on 2 hits here for KC. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. Royals out in front, 1-0. James Shields, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. What's your take on him, EK?
Well, Matty, he's looking to knock down that ERA. You see there, he's into the 4s, looking to have a little better start than what he's been accustomed to.
Alcides Escobar will stand in for the first time now, coming off a 3-hit contest in the loss last night.
Well, Matty just continues this string of his last 10 games where he's hitting over 300. He has those really, really nice games mixed in there.
And he gets him to lift one high in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Infante there to make the play. 1 gone. With that, it's time to check out the starting lineup for the hometown Yankees. Steve, what are they going to have to do to force a rubber match in this series?
Boy, this team is so tough to pitch to. They have the fewest strikeouts in the league. So if they continue to be aggressive at the plate, drive the ball into the gaps, and try to hang a crooked number up on this team early.
Kelly Johnson will stand in now as we take a look there at his splits between April and May. Now an off-speed pitch well inside, and it forces him to bounce away from danger. Eric Karros, we look at the Royals as they enter play here tonight. They've been on a real nice run of late, winning 5 of their last 6 games.
And that last win gets them a step closer to the 500 mark. They can actually reach 500 if they can pull this one out.
Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. Around first, on his way to second now. And he'll cruise into the bag at second with a 1-out double.
Well, this guy's been in desperate need of anything, something. Give him something positive. So this is just what the doctor ordered. It's a mistaken location, no doubt about that. And when a guy's scuffling, this is like a gift from heaven as he jumps all over it and drives it for 2 bases.
Stepping in now, Alex Rodriguez. In the dirt here, but fortunately here, no advance. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. To 2-2 now.
Well, I just don't think he was expecting that one, and it was the perfect time to just take a little off. And a swing and a miss as they caught him reaching that time, and there are 2 away. And with that, let's take a look at the defensive alignment for Kansas City. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, somebody you don't want to test in this outfield, the left fielder. He's got a very good arm, very aggressive, charges balls extremely well, and covers a lot of ground.
Mark Teixeira will stand in now. Happy that this series is at home, no doubt, as you see his splits right there. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. And Teixeira wisely lays off that one as it misses for ball 4.
And that's not the first time he's had the bat taken out of his hands. You see right there, a lot of pitchers just said, hey, with an open base, forget about it. I'm going to let the next guy try to beat me.
Here's a swing and a high pop-up. And he will make the play back there, and an opportunity goes by the boards here as that will end the inning. Yanks strand a pair. It remains 1-0. Salvador Perez strides forward for the first time, and he's been in a bit of a slump recently. And here's a ball hit in the air. Richardson on the move, but this is going to wind up a foul ball. Tanaka into his motion. 1-2 on its way. Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Fly ball heading for the alley. Flores sprinting after it, but he won't have a play. This is down and into the gap. And this will wind up a closer play than I thought, but he's in there with 2 bases.
Right center field. This is a fastball, and he just slashes this thing the other way into the gap. No real chance for the outfielders to cut that one off, and he's going to wind up on second with a leadoff double.
Into the box now, Omar Infante swinging a soft liner, and that's through into center field. Base hit. The throw home, and they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
Yeah, a great start for him so far. They go up 2-0 on a base hit here, and they're doing it off one of the best pitchers in the game.
Pedro Siriaco will come forward now as we give you a look at his home and away splits so far this year. Now here's a ball popped up. This behind the plate for McCann, and reined in, 1 away.
Well, that'll be a frustrating at-bat for him. Now, he's got to be thinking he let one get away there because, that's a pitch he should have been able to handle.
In now, Nori Aoki. Now a chopper to first, might only get 1. Scooped up. Only play to the pitcher covering, and the runner moves into second on the play.
Up next for the Royals, center fielder, Lorenzo Cain.
Lorenzo Cain stands in following an RBI single this first time through.
And they take another single right here, too, no doubt. Runner in scoring position, so any ball into the outfield probably gets him home.
A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Hit hard towards center, and that's in there. Base hit. Oh, and he misses the stop sign there as he heads for the plate. And a relay home, and he will beat the throw to McCann, safe at home plate.
Well, we always talk about how important it is to get off to a fast start. Well, it's especially important when you face the caliber of pitcher that they're seeing here. And they've jumped on him early to take a 3-0 lead now.
Alex Gordon steps in to try and keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single.
And that's a nice job right there to drive in the run by the last guy, and it can definitely fire up a team when someone comes through big time with 2 outs.
A runner on first with 2 away. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. And a good job there to hold back as the count moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes now to the Kansas City left fielder.
Yeah, and that splitter is normally a go-to pitch for this guy, but it hasn't really shown that downward action like he usually has.
He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. On now to the bottom of the second. KC leads this one 3-0. Avi Corbin will dig in now. He's got that average up over 330 to begin the ball game.
And not bad for a second baseman. There are some good ones, but second base isn't typically where you'd expect to have one of your best hitters.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Hot shot on the ground is short. Fielded by Siriaco. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
Batting 7, center fielder, Ramon Flores.
Set to get his evening at the plate started, Ramon Flores. And it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. 1-1, here it comes. Well, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
That got in his kitchen big time right there.
Swing and a miss. Looked like the knuckle curve there, and that's out number 2.
And you know what that is right there? That's life in the show, bud. Once teams around the league figure out the book on how to get you out, it can be a real tough adjustment to play at this level.
Freddie Zemecki gets his first chance here, looking to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. 2 out, nobody on. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. Still down 3-0. Back with Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. Matt Vasgersian here as Eric Hosmer gets ready to start things out for Kansas City. Tanaka gets the sign. 1-1 pitch on its way. Drilled to the right side. Oh, what a play. Got him.
Woo, no problem.
Now batting.
On a ball hit like that, if you're the pitcher, you're thinking, oh, base hit. But not this time. What tremendous defense out there. Great diving stop. Makes the play and gets the out. And the pitcher acknowledges it, and he's happy about it.
Standing in now, Billy Butler. Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Hit to first. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And the effort pays off as he's able to recover and get the second out of the inning.
Well, in most cases, once he kicks this thing, it's going to be a sure error. But luckily for him, he's got a diesel tanker headed down the first baseline. So he's able to gather this thing up and still get the out at first.
Into the box, Mike Moustakas. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
It was a pretty big strikeout, too, because he had a chance to drive in a run, so I'm sure he's going to be thinking about that missed opportunity for a little while.
Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. Throw on to Teixeira is going to be in time, and with it, the inning is over. KC down in order, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. Anton Richardson will stand in now, still struggling to get anything going offensively.
Well, his batting average is ugly, and his last 10 games have been ugly. Just 2 hits in his last 10.
And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. Ground ball sent back up the middle, and that'll get on through into center field, so he's got himself a leadoff single. So with the leadoff man aboard to begin the inning, let's call on our daily feature, This Date in Baseball History. Alcides Escobar will try it again. He flied out to start the home first. A runner at first with no outs here. Hot shot to third. And he whiffs on it as this ball's right under his glove.
Still fairly early in the game, but these guys don't want to let this 3-run deficit get any worse. Back-to-back hits here, going to bring the tying run to the plate with nobody out.
Striding into the box, Kelly Johnson. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. And Gordon's there to take it in for the first out.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Alex Rodriguez.
Alex Rodriguez is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
Set to deliver on 2-1. He's fallen behind now, 3-1. Fastball here.
I think it has to be. You're licking your chops if you're the hitter. 3-1. You can't walk the bases loaded. Bail and wail.
And this misses for ball 4. The second walk he surrendered here in the first 3 innings.
Well, we knew he had to work carefully with the runner in scoring position, but I don't think a walk was what he had in mind. That's going to make things just a little trickier now with the bases loaded.
Mark Teixeira has a chance here to put his guys right back in this one. Bases are loaded.
Yeah, and a ball deep into the gap could tie it, and of course a long ball would flip this script entirely.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Chopped foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. swing hard liner to left center. And that's into the outfield for a one-out hit. 1 run scores. And the run is in to score from second. It's now a 3-2 contest.
You think he was looking for a fastball there? I think he was. That's about as hard a hit ball as you're going to see, and he was right on that one.
Into the box, Brian McCann. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Has to be thinking strikeout here. Out in front of that one, may have been looking fastball. Good job just to make contact. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Chopped foul right at home plate. A little bouncer. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes.
This is turning into a great battle at the plate.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
And this is where he gets so tough. He's seen everything you've got, but you've still got to make one more good pitch to get him out.
The 2-2 pitch. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. High and deep to straightaway right. Looking up is Aoki. Gone! So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field. Number 10 for him on the year. And it's now 5-3.
Boy, I want you to check out the location of where this pitch is in the strike zone. It's up and it's right down the middle. I mean, maybe you get away with that to a 220 hitting backup catcher, but not to a guy like this.
Into the box now, Avi Corbin. Hit hard to short. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, center fielder, Ramon Flores.
Ramon Flores comes to the plate looking to put the ball in play. He went down on strikes last time.
Yeah, they got him on a breaking ball, so now we'll see if they try to put him away with soft stuff again if they get that chance.
And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2. I think that man right there is reaching the end of his wits.
Oh, his team is absolutely imploding right now, and it basically came out of nowhere.
And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2.
If he would have swung at that, he would have never heard the end of it.
And that's outside. He lost him ball 4.
Well, when you're already in a deep hole, the last thing you want to do is keep digging. But the walk here is only going to make things worse.
Freddie Zemecki is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yeah, but it was a pretty decent at-bat. As I remember, he saw a lot of pitches and really made the guy on the mound earn that strikeout.
Sent in the air out to straightaway central. Kane is under it. And the inning is over. But not before 5 crossed the plate, with the big blow being this 3-run home run. We played 3 full. It's now 5-3 New York. Salvador Perez will step forward now to lead things off, and after that last half inning, his guys are going to have some work to do.
Yeah, and those 5-run innings are tough to bounce back from, but there's still time. They don't need to panic. They just need to focus on getting a few guys on base here.
Liner towards second. Oh, and he misses it. And the recovery's too late as he's able to beat the throw to first. So that'll go down as an E4, as he certainly had his problems that time at second base. Settling in now, Omar Infante. He reached on a single in his first try. Tanaka pauses. Here's the 2-1. Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. 2-2 count. Here it comes. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. And he thought to bunting here with the number 8 hitter up there.
Well, I'm more of a National League guy, so I'd maybe think about it. But in the American League, you just don't see it used all that often.
Drilled on the ground to short. Escobar fields it cleanly. On to Teixeira, and 2 quick outs.
Well, that's just made to order right there. 2 hops to short, easy pivot, not a lot of heat at second base. That's just a pretty routine double play.
Now to the plate, Pedro Siriaco. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory.
Yeah, his swing definitely broke down a little bit last time. He got way underneath the ball. It'll be interesting to see if he can make that adjustment and stay on top of the ball here.
And a half swing here, but he pretty clearly went around, and it's 1-2 now. And it's to 2-2 now, with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Nothing doing for the Royals. They're still down 5-3. Anton Richardson will come in now to lead things off against our starter, who probably wishes he had a mulligan to use on that last inning.
Yeah, he was doing just fine up until the last time he took the mound. He's got to hope that that was just an aberration, or he might not stick around to see another inning.
Ready on 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. hit on the ground down the first baseline. And he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out.
Now batting, the shortstop, Alcides Escobar.
Alcides Escobar will come forward now. He has flied out and singled so far. Now here's the check swing, and they appeal down to first. No swing, so that's ball 4.
And for as hot as this guy's been recently, this is a no-brainer. Take the bat out of his hands any chance you get.
Kelly Johnson will stand in. He flew out his last time up. Action in that KC pen now as the right-hander's begun to loosen up. Set to deal on 2-2. Taken for strike 3. The throw. It skips in and he's safe. Close play, but he's in there.
Well, this nearly turned into a strike him out, throw him out double play. They roll the dice and send the runner with 2 strikes, but the throw's just a bit late to second, so that'll be a stolen base.
In now, Alex Rodriguez. Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. Grounded to third. Moustakas is there. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. 1 left for the Yankees, and it remains 5-3. Nori Aoki heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
No leadoff walk just yet as that finds the strike zone and the count comes full at 3-2. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but when you miss in the zone, especially up, that's when you tend to get hurt.
Swing and a high pop-up. Could be tough back behind third. And the leadoff man gone now to start the 5th.
Sometimes this is all you have to do. Throw a ton of strikes and keep the ball in the yard. It's worked for him so far.
Stepping in, Lorenzo Cain. He singled his last time up. Tanaka's ready. 1-1 on its way. Hit to third. Johnson is there. Throw on to Teixeira, 2 down.
The left fielder, number 4, Alex Gordon.
Alex Gordon will stand in now. He flew out in his first time around and then was a strikeout victim last time. And that is in there at the letters to run it full 3-2. Seems like he's gotten away with more than a few location mistakes so far.
Yeah, and that's not going to last forever, especially in this place.
Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. And this one misses high for ball 4, and they have themselves a 2-out base runner.
First baseman, number 35, Eric Hosmer.
So a runner at first with 2 away, and standing in, here's the first baseman, Eric Hosmer. Here it comes on 1-1. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Got him swinging on the splitter that time, and with that, the side is retired. Royals leave one. Still a 2-run deficit. It's 5-3. Mark Teixeira will start things off here for the Pinstripers. He'll be followed by Brian McCann waiting in the on-deck circle.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Into his motion, here comes the 3-1. Hit down the line at first. Over to the bag with it is Hosmer, and he'll get the out.
Good job out there on the mound. Down in the count 3-0 to start this inning. He comes back to retire the guy on a ground ball.
Brian McCann steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Line to the right side. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon. The relay, not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Now batting, second baseman, Avi.
And this is how you break out of a cold streak. This is his second hit of the ball game, and this one goes for extra bases. And you can see that confidence is slowly starting to come back at the plate.
Avi Corbin will stand in for the third time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
5 runs, 6 hits, and 2 errors for the Yankees to this point. Smoked on the ground left side, and that's through into left, a base hit. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only 1 away.
Oh, you talk about being comfortable at the plate. That's the way he's feeling it right now. 9 straight games with that base hit now.
Now here comes Kansas City manager Ned Yost making that slow walk to the mound. And that's going to be all for James Shields. So he'll make his way to the dugout after working just 4 1/3, and he just didn't have his best stuff in this one. Michael Marriott is going to take over here in inning number 5, as it's going to be up to their bullpen to try and keep him in the game here. Ramon Flores will be the first to greet him here, as he'll do so with runners at the corners and only 1 out. Hit hard towards second. But this is hauled in by the second baseman.
And that's one of those plays where you might need to reinforce the laces on your glove after this inning ends. This is a fastball, and it is hammered. I mean, hammered out there. But he's going to wind up with nothing to show for it.
Standing in now, Freddie Zemecki. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Where do you go from here?
I think he's set up for something off speed. If you can put that changeup below his knees, he won't come within a foot of it.
And now that Royals bullpen will get busy as we see both a southpaw and a right-hander get loose. To third. Throw on to first, and the Yankee threat goes by the boards as the inning is over. Yanks strand a pair as they hang on to their 5-3 lead. Billy Butler will stand in here as he'll get things started for the Royals in their half of the 6th.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Line toward the alley in left center. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1-for-3 game so far.
Oh, my goodness, this guy is really starting to heat up now. That's 8 straight games with a base hit. He's been fun to watch.
So a runner at first now with nobody out. And standing in, the left-handed hitting third baseman, Mike Moustakas. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Hit in the air to straightaway center. Flores has a beat on it. Makes the play, 1 away.
And, you know, he's kind of going through a stretch right now where the ball just isn't jumping off his bat. He's got a good pitch to hit right here. Looked like he put a good swing on it, but it just didn't go anywhere.
Salvador Perez steps in. He was able to reach base thanks to an error in his last at-bat. Bounce to first. Oh, and he takes his eye off it there as it goes right past him into right.
Well, here we are. It's the second month of the season, and this guy is showing no signs of slowing down. Got himself another multi-hit ball game here.
So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, Omar Infante. But a single here could reduce the deficit to only 1.
Yeah, you know, sometimes guys get caught up in thinking about being the big hero. The key here, though, is just keep it simple. See the ball, hit the ball. Usually the best results come with that mindset.
Count is full. Here's the pitch. And he misses with it, ball 4. So that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
Well, the troubles are starting to pile up out there now. They've got a lefty and a righty getting hot in the bullpen, so I don't think I'd be too surprised if they come out and get him right now.
Has to challenge him here. And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1.
And even 3-1, I say take another one.
Fly ball out toward left center field. Flores is in pursuit, and the play is made, but this should be good enough for an RBI as the runner from third tags up. 1 run is scored. And he will beat the throw to McCann, safe at home plate. Into the box now, Nori Aoki. He flew out in his last at-bat. Hits are even at 7 apiece. Vidal Nuno will come in and pitch now.
For the Yankees, number 67, Vidal Nuno.
Nori Aoki will be his first assignment upon entering as he'll bat with the runner in scoring position here and 2 away. And some action out in the Yankee bullpen now as a right-hander starts to loosen up. Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes. Fastball here misses low, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
You know, I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
Hit out towards second. Throw on to Teixeira to take care of him, and that ends the inning. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. 9, 1, and 2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th, and we are all tied 5-5. Anton Richardson will dig in here. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far.
Yeah, putting the ball in play, sometimes that's half the battle.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2. I don't think he liked that pitch much at all.
I don't blame him. That looked a little fishy right there.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
First full inning of work for him here out of the bullpen.
Now batting.
Remember, he got the final 2 outs of the last inning. He starts this inning off right by getting the swinging strikeout.
Into the box, Alcides Escobar. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Aoki will wait on it. And that's out number 2.
This is exactly what he needed after his guys came back to tie the ball game. He's only 1 out away from a shutdown inning.
Now in the box, Kelly Johnson. He got called out on strikes his last time through. 5 runs, 7 hits, and 2 errors for the Yankees to this point. This is pulled into right. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. This remains a 5-all ball game. Back here in the Bronx, all tied at 5 as you take a look at the game summary through the first 6 innings of play. Brian Mitchell is on to pitch now as he'll take over to start inning number 7.
Brian Mitchell.
Lorenzo Cain ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far.
Yeah, and you can bet he'd love to get himself that 3rd hit. Those are the kind of games that puts a little extra pep in your step.
Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Takes a look at a changeup there, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now. Swing and a little tapper that rolls foul, so a good job to fight it off and stay alive. The 1-2 pitch. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
Right over the top here with the 4-seam fastball. Good drive through the release. Just threw it right by him at the letters.
Stepping in now, Alex Gordon. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Calling for it, Flores. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Really couldn't ask for much more out of a 7th inning guy. He's come in, throwing a bunch of strikes, and he's got 2 quick outs to show for it here with the score still tied.
Eric Hosmer ready to take another shot. Went down on strikes his last time up.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
Ball. 2-2 now with 2 away and the base is empty. Here's the pitch on 2-2. A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. Just out in front of that one. Still 2-2. All even at 2-2. Here it is. Swung on in the dirt for the 3rd strike. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. Royals go down 1-2-3. Our score holds at 5 apiece. Alex Rodriguez will start things out here for the Pinstripers, to be followed by Mark Teixeira on deck. Now a swing and a ground ball, but a foul ball. 1-2 now. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. 1-2. Here it comes. This is line to left, and Gordon's there to take it in for the first out.
Pretty good work out of the bullpen, as you see there. He got called in much earlier than I'm sure he expected, but he's given him a real lift so far.
One gone here in the Yankee 7th, and here's the dangerous Mark Teixeira. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully, as that's ruled a strike. High and deep to right center field. Kane is back to the track as he takes it for out number 2.
Boy, I thought at first that this was going to be a tougher play than it wound up being. You can see him turn and run straight back towards the wall here in center field, but he gets back there in plenty of time to make the play.
Brian McCann will step toward the box here, and as he does, we flash you back to inning number 3 as you check out his 3-run home run, a big blow early on. This one misses, and that'll fill the count here. 3-2 with 2 away.
He knows the drill out there. You got to make him swing the bat. To not be giving up walks at this stage of the game, because those could be fatal.
And he lays off. Ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
Hey, you know what? That's all right. He gave him a pretty good battle up there, and he never gave in to him. A walk you can work around. A home run, you can't.
Avi Corbin will dig in now, hoping to perhaps make him pay for the 2-out walk.
Yeah, nothing going on earlier in this inning, but a chance to make some noise right here. Those kind of walks often seem to come back and bite guys somehow.
1-2 as the changeup had him out in front there.
Wow, what a good time to take something off of that pitch, and they had him fooled pretty good on that one.
2 out with the possible go-ahead run at first. Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2. Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now, 3-2.
And now the benefit of you working the count to 3-2 is that runner gets a head start from first with 2 away.
Hit on the ground to short. Siriaco's there, and as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. Billy Butler will start us out when we return. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now, and we are all tied 5-5. And there is Billy Butler now. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game. Crowd gets up for the 3-2. And he lays off ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
And in a tie ball game, you don't want to be giving these guys free base runners to start the inning. He's going to need to bounce back from that pronto.
Mike Moustakas stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Grounded back up the middle. One there. On to Teixeira at first, and they'll turn to a double play.
Well, if you want to go by the numbers, somewhere around 37% of leadoff walks come around to score. Now, EK, I know you didn't know that, but that won't be an issue here as he bounces right back and he gets himself the double play.
Into the box now, Salvador Perez. Hit to short. There is Escobar. On to first, and this will remain a tie ball game as the inning is over. Royals bats are quiet there. This ball game still tied 5-all. Ramon Flores digs in to lead off the bottom of the 8th inning. Three and one, here it is. Definitely a fastball swing there, but a good time for the changeup. It's full 3-2.
Oh, that's a guy up there pretty clearly gearing up for the fastball there, and he didn't get it. That's a good pitch to throw on a 3-1 count to keep a guy honest.
Hit hard, and this is off the second base bag. Siriaco has it, and the throw will be too late at first, so a strange play there as he'll wind up with an infield single.
Maybe a turning point here in a tie ball game. They catch a break, they get the infield single on this ball. Now what will they do from there? They've got tons of options.
Now time is called, and we'll have a pinch runner at first, and that'll be a wise decision as he's the potential go-ahead run. Freddie Zemecki will step in, a ground-out victim as last time.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
The 2-1 on its way. Runners going. Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Swing and a flare hit toward right. There for it, Aoki, and he'll make the play for the first out. A look at our line score here in the 8th inning at Yankee Stadium. All tied as this one promises to go right down to the wire. Anton Richardson gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Possible go-ahead runs on first, 1 away. Runners off for second. Here's a hard hit ball that'll be caught out there at short. On to first, and they get the double play. 1 hit in the inning, but no one left. 9th inning coming up, and we are all tied 5-5. Now the beautiful views of Manhattan at night. Welcome back to Baseball on the Show from right here in the Big Apple. Jacoby Ellsbury will stay in the ballgame as he takes over in center.
Playing center field, number 22, Jacoby.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Omar Infante. He drew a walk his first time up. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. Ready to deliver the 1-2. And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2. Sent on the ground out to second. Corbin comes up with it. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
Well, you can see this is a changeup right here. He's got him out on his front foot, and you see him just sort of chop at this one right into the ground. That's going to be an easy play out there at second base.
In now, Pedro Siriaco. And he lays off, ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
Now batting, right fielder,
Nori Aoki stands in now with 1 down and a runner at first. That would be the go-ahead run if they can find a way to get him all the way around. Double play is in order, however.
Yeah, he has definitely got to look for something up in the strike zone and drive the ball to the outfield. Now, there's nothing more deflating than a game-ending double play.
2-2.
Breaking ball there is down. Good job of laying off. It's back to 2-2.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch.
Hit hard on the ground to second. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out.
Yeah, and here with the runner who's on the move, you've got no chance of even thinking about getting the double play. So a smart idea there just to take the sure out at first.
Lorenzo Cain digs in, looking to send something into the outfield that gives that go-ahead run a chance to score from second.
Well, no complaints on this end, guys. You've got to love any game that's this tight, this late.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. On the ground up the middle. Escobar on the move. He's got it. Throw on to Teixeira is going to be in time, and with it, the inning is over. 1 left for Kansas City. This remains a 5-all ball game. Avery Diaz will come on needing to get 3 outs here to try to send this game to extra innings.
Avery Diaz.
Alcides Escobar will stand in. He flew out his last time up. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. And he fires a fastball now for a called strike 2.
And you know what? These days, so many guys are throwing in the high 90s. It makes those mid to low 90s guys look easy. But I'll tell you what, if he mixes his pitches well, it can still be plenty fast to have to deal with.
And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. One thing that man right there will not tolerate, leadoff walks.
Especially right out of the bullpen. This might be a quick outing if that happens.
And he goes and chops this one out towards second. Fielded by Infante. And taken in out there for the first out.
Up next for the Yankees, third baseman, Kelly Johnson.
Kelly Johnson digs in now after lining out in his last try.
Yeah, he put a good swing on it last time, so we'll see if he can make one fall here.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Fastball right back to the mound. And he'll just flip this on to first for the second out of the inning.
2 quick outs here to start the inning. It's looking more and more likely that we're going to need extra innings here to decide this one.
Alex Rodriguez digs in now after lining out in his last try.
Yeah, he was right on the off-speed stuff and hit it well, but just didn't have any luck. It's going to be interesting to see if they stay with more fastballs right here.
Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Towards second. Throw on to first, gets him, and the side is retired. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. Our score holds at 5 apiece. Alex Gordon will stand in. He flew out his last time up. From the windup, the 3-0 pitch. And he gets this fastball over, back to 3-1 now. Popped high in the air. Corbin is there for it. 1 out.
First baseman, number 35.
Well, one thing you can say, he's showing a lot of composure coming right at these guys. And for a young pitcher, that can be uncommon. But, you know, he puts this pitch in a good spot, gets his guy to pop it up.
Eric Hosmer stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Late making contact on that swing, and will do it again on 1 and 2. And a changeup that just about got away from him there as that ran in a bit too far. And he is down on strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game.
2 quick outs here to start things off. Can't ask for much more than this in extra innings. Hold, serve, and then give your guys a shot to win in the bottom half.
Billy Butler stands in. Reached on a walk in his last trip. Pitch on the way.
Nope,
and that misses 2 and 2.
The crowd thought they had him, but definitely outside. Not by a whole lot, though.
2 out, nobody on. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. And he strikes him out here for out number 3. So after a scoreless top half, they'll have a chance to win it here in the bottom half. So they go quietly here in this half inning. So one will win it here as we go to the bottom of inning number 10. And we are all tied 5-5. The first baseman, Mark Teixeira, steps in to get the home side started here in the 10th. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. And that fastball's too much for him there. 1-2.
And this is a guy who will not get cheated up there, and he almost came out of his shoes on that one.
And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Here it comes. Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. One away.
And he was really late on this one. I mean, really late. You can see where the baseball is by the time he gets the barrel through. I mean, it's darn near in the catcher's glove already. That tells me he was probably looking for something else.
Standing in now, Brian McCann, and he lays off ball 4. So now the potential winning run is aboard at first.
That's a good at-bat there. Now, sometimes in extra innings, guys start to chase because they're getting tired and frustrated, and they're looking for one big hit. That's not the case here.
Ready now, Avi Corbin. He's 1 for 4 for the game. The 1-1 pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. In there, a base hit. The throw to third. And he's in there at third is the possible winning run.
Well, this is not exactly the most convincing swing you're going to see, but this is a results-oriented game. He manages to take the ball the other way and make his way aboard.
So we've got runners at the corners here, 1 away, and that'll bring in the center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury. One and one, here it is. Ground ball right side. Oh, look at Hosmer. There's one, and the Yankees are going to walk off as winners.
Well, you had the sense early on that this one was destined to go down to the wire, and sure enough, these guys are going to pull this one out here in walk-off fashion.
And guys, little doubt that the big bat here tonight belonged to this gentleman right here, Brian McCann. Strike opposed, he's our top player of the game.
Yeah, you see a couple of hits for him in the ball game. This one was tight throughout, but in the end, he really helped lead his guys to this victory.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Caro, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Yankees come out on top, 6-5. Good night from the Bronx.
Our final line score tonight, first for the